Hello Techstars, welcome to Kiddie Tech View. Today you'll be learning how to build a two-player racing game. Open to your Scratch and let's get started. So before we start, we'll first of all delete the sprite. So you go to the dustbin icon and click. And that's it, it's gone. So let's go back to our backdrop, click on our backdrop, then move up to where you see a paintbrush towards the right and click on backdrops and tada, we're in our backdrop. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to make a background. So let's choose a square shape, then let's change the color to green. We want to make it a little bit darker, so yeah, this is better. And let's draw. Alright, this is good enough. Now next thing we're going to do, we're going to draw our track line. So we're going to choose our paintbrush, click on the paintbrush icon, change the size from 10 to 75. You're going to check your brush to know if the size is a little bit okay. So change to 75, then go back to the fill and let's use color ash. Right, so this is good. So let's draw our track line. I'm going to draw that again to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is better. Alright, so let's change this to pink. We're going to use it for our finish line. So let's change it. Let's give it a pink color. Right. It's a little bit light. So let's come over here and change it to 10. Let's change to 50. This is better. And let's keep it here. So we're going to use this as our finish line. Alright, so let's go back to our code. Let's go back to our sprite. So in the sprite list, instead of choosing a sprite, we go back to paint, click on your paint, and we are going to make our own sprites. So we're going to be drawing a car. So let's go. Choose a square. Now you feel change colors. You can use any color you want, but I'm going to be using red for our first car. So we draw car. Then okay. Let's see. Yeah, push this a little bit forward. Alright. And let's put it backward. Okay, that's good. So we're done. Now we're going to paint our tires. So let's choose our paintbrush. So let's change our fill to black. I'm going to change this to 10. And tires, first tires, and second tires, then third, and then fourth. Okay, I'm gonna have to change that because, alright, so we're gonna come here and make it fourth. Alright, so we're done. We're gonna copy this. So let's choose code, and sorry, I have to take this off. So I'm gonna copy this. So let's copy and go back to your sprite list again. Choose paint, then let's paste here. Copy and paste it just upward. You see a list of icons that say copy, paste, delete. So we're just going to choose paste. And that's it. And we're going to change the color to green. So we're going to choose our paint and change it to blue. Okay, we're going to fill it here. And yeah. So we have two cars, sprite 1 and sprite 2, and I'm going to separate them. Good. And I'm going to place one here and the other here. So we're ready. So let's move over to our code. So you move your cursor a little bit to the right and click on code. And yes, you're on red. So let's start coding. First thing first, let's go back to our variables and let's create all our variables. So first variable we're going to make is red speed. And we're going to make another variable called blue speed. We're going to make another variable red car. We're going to make another variable blue car, and we're done. So I would actually want to close the blue speed and the red speed, and the red speed, and I just want my red car and blue car to be at the top. Alright, so let's get started. Now let's move on to our events and let's choose when green flag clicked. Let's move over to our variables. Now let's set our variables. So we'll set red speed first. We're going to set our red speed to 1 because we are actually on our red car. So instead of blue car, we'll change it to red car. And that's good. Now let's move over to our motions, our motion block. So let's go back to our looks. We want to set our size first. So let's set size to 50%. Then let's go back to our motion. Let's go to okay. 1, 3, 8, and here we're going to do -1 to 8. Then let's point in direction 90. Alright, let's move this over here. Let's go back to our control. And let's choose our forever block. That's good. Now let's choose our if. We want to make this. Okay, first of all, let's go back to our sensor. And let's choose when key space pressed. So let's change this to up arrow. And let's go back to our motions. Let's choose move 10 steps. Let's go back to our variables. And let's take red speed and place it here. Good. Now we want to repeat this 4 times. So let's change this up arrow to right. And let's change this up arrow here to left. And let's change this up arrow to down. And let's go back to our motions. And if right arrow is pressed, we want it to turn right 10 degrees, not 15. And we'll do that for the left also. We want it to turn 10 degrees, not 15. Then we want it to move 10 steps. Then let's go back to our variable and let's take our red speed. Let's place it here. Alright, so one more thing. Let's go back to our control. Let's take our if block. Let's place it here. I'm going to move this a little bit higher so you can actually see what I'm doing. Alright, so we're going to put our if block here. And if, let's go back to our sensing. If touching here, if touching okay, let's choose this color. Now if touching this green grass, we want it to go back to this one, to our motions. We want it to go to this, and we want it to point in direction 90. So what we are trying to say is we want it to be back where it was before. So I'm going to click on this. Now let me go here and you see, so what's happening? It's turning. See that? See that? Let's go. And when it touches the green, what happens? It comes back to its direction. I think I actually have to change this. So I'm going to change this to 101. I'm going to change this to minus 106. Now you can actually do that by first of all placing your sprite where you want it to be. Then you move downward, you see your X and Y just a little bit. Whatever figure it gives to you, you just impute that into your code. So I'm going to put it here 101 and here minus 106. 106. Alright, so let's go. Now I'm going to move. Okay, let's go now. So what happens is going back to where it was before. So okay, We're done with that. I'm gonna move this upward. Let's go back to the next. Now you're gonna choose, go back to event and choose when green flag clicked again. Then go back to our control. I will choose forever. I want to set this to, let's go back to our variable. I want to set red speed to 1. Red speed to 1. Now let's go back to events and let's choose when green flag clicked again. Let's go back to our control and let's choose a forever. Choose a forever. Then let's choose if, the if block, and let's go back to our sensing. If touching, let's place this here and let's move back to this. And now if touching our finish line, so if touching color pink, let's change our red car by 1. So let's go back to our variable. We want it to count, so let's change red car by 1. Let's go back to our control and let's choose the wait block. Just wait until, let's go back to our operators, nuts. Then let's go to our sensing, not touching, this, not touching color pink. Alright, so we're done. So I'm gonna play this and let me just move like this. So I'll pick it and let's see what happens. Sorry. So we're gonna carry this. I'm gonna take this and place it in our other code. Good. I'm gonna take this again and good. I'm gonna take this last one and sorry. Let's take this and place here, and that's good. So let's separate everything here and here. Now let's change this to sorry. Now let's change this to blue speed because we're actually in blue car now. And let's change this to blue car. Let's change to blue car. Then let's keep this aside. It's a variable. Let's change it to blue speed. Let's take off the red speed because actually in the blue car. Let's take it to blue speed. Then this, let's change it to blue car. Change this to blue speed. And let's change our direction to 115 minus 142. Let's move down and change it to 115 and here to minus 140. Right, so let me start this and let's see. Okay, let me keep it back here so we can actually change our direction. So 105 and 151 and minus 154. Remember I said you can get it by moving towards the left where you see your X and Y axis. Then with that you can be able to put that into a code. So 175 and minus 150. So yes, we are there. So let's change our keys, because if I have to do this, okay, let me put the up arrow, they're both moving at the same speed. Are you seeing that? No, so I don't want it to be that way. So let's change up arrow and let's make it A. Right arrow, let's make it B. Left arrow, let's make it C. And down arrow, let's make it D. So different keys for different cards. Alright, so let's move our card. Let's see what's gonna happen. Oh, look at this first. Let's see. Now let's go back to change direction. Change direction. Okay, I'm not very good at playing video games or playing games, but oh, back to where we were before. Okay, let me just turn this around and sorry, keys. Let's red car also had a 1. So see, and we keep moving, keep moving, keep moving and moving, and okay, I think I'm actually getting it better now. Oh, sorry. Alright, so we are done with our 2-player racing game, and bye. See you in the next class.